How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode. I'm your nerdy bearded buddy, and today we are reviewing The Last Sentinel. The Last Sentinel was directed by Tanel Toom. It features powerful performances from a well-known ensemble cast, which includes Thomas Kretschmann, Martin McCann, Lucine Laviscount, and Kate Bosworth. Just before we begin this review, huge thank you to Defiant Screen Entertainment. They provided a screening link for me to review this movie. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. The Last Sentinel comes out on DVD and digital July. In Last Sentinel, it is the year 2063. Climate change and war have ravaged the Earth. Only 2 continents remain. Bitter rivals locked in an endless war. A skeleton crew of soldiers man an isolated outpost at sea, awaiting the arrival of reinforcements or an enemy invasion, whichever comes first. So basically, that's the premise of the story, and because of all the human conflict and war and what they've done to the Earth, the sea levels have just risen, so there's only 2 continents left. I did some research on this film, and a lot of people were not a fan, and I think I'm in the minority here because I really enjoyed this film. It's a slow burn, and honestly, there's not really much action. You just have to watch the crew together because they're the skeleton crew on in this one location, and I had a really good time with it. Although there's a few actors and the location is like one location, the pacing and tension works really well and develops throughout the movie pretty smoothly. You know, developments are executed well enough to carry the film. That is until the ending. The ending is a little bit ambiguous. It's very lackluster. And for a 2-hour movie, your audiences are making an investment, and to end like the way it did, I can see some people kind of getting annoyed with it. However, I for one really enjoyed the slow burn, but again, I'm in the minority. It's a solid B movie, and it's a good entry to the post-apocalyptic genre. If you're interested in the story, you're gonna like this. If you only want action, this is not for you. In fact, Last Sentinel doesn't really provide heaps of action. There's a couple scenes that are pretty tense and have some action, but that's about it. For the most part, it's really like psychological, and you know, you got to figure out who you can trust, who you can't trust.
Let's just quickly talk about story. I really enjoyed the story here. I thought it was really unique and really fresh, especially for the type of genre that it is in.
But again, the execution is really well done, and the cast and dialogue are really well done and executed. The cast are amazing. They're believable. I really enjoyed the cast and their acting in this movie. I've noticed too, the story shows the viewer rather than tells them directly and speaks down to them. That creates, to me, viewers to fill in the blanks with their own thoughts. I liked the dynamic between the crew of 4. The setting really felt lived in, and the dialogues and characters were really well written. The characters portrayed really felt desperate, like what were they going to do next? How are they going to get through this? The dialogue was witty. It was really fun. The sound and music also work well with setting the tense scenarios and moments. There's a lot of times where the tense scenarios and moments were just elevated by the sound and music, and it kept me watching and I didn't want to stop. Overall, I had a really fun time with this movie. I guess if you can turn your brain off and ignore the plot holes and just enjoy the movie for what it is, you're gonna really enjoy this. I liked the story up until the ending, because the ending is just, yeah. Overall, it's a good movie. I would suggest maybe giving this a watch if you are a very slow burn, story driven person. If you don't, and you know what, I think the setting, I like the setting. I think that contributed to me liking the movie and sticking around to watch it. If you don't like any of that and you want action and you want faster paced movies, this is not for you. If you want good endings, this is not for you. That's my review for The Last Sentinel. Just before we leave, I am an affiliate for POWERA. So if you need accessories or controllers for PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, POWERA is your site to go. I will leave the link down in the description. If you use my link, it really helps. Thank you very much. Alright guys, that's it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you next time. Be safe.